everyone. Don't let my cheerful tone fool you. Tonight is very serious. Welcome to Tales from the Table Studios, where you deserve a seat at the table. We are playing Sentai and Sensibility tonight, Knights of Magic and Mystery, Table 1. We are set in the year 1816. And at the top of tonight's episode, just because I do want to take care of the audience and my players all know that they can approach myself or Lion at any point to stop the game if we get to a point where we need to. Tonight's episode is very likely going to contain quite a bit of gaslighting and manipulation. So, if this is not the headspace you are in this evening, please feel free to join the Discord in the link down below, and you can message me and ask for a synopsis of what happened, or come back to it at a different time when you are in the headspace. Please join the Discord. We like it when they join the Discord. Do you see how I sandwiched that in there? I thought I did a good job. Anyway, so before we get started tonight, I am Cass, aka Yoda Almighty, and I use she, they pronouns. I will be playing all the NPCs tonight, but without further ado, let us begin with. Who my popcorn to this week? Let's see. Do I go against the bit just to upset them? I did that last time. No, we're gonna go with Kian today because we did not have Kian for last episode. So Kian, if you will introduce yourself and your character and pronouns, please.
Hello, everybody. My name is Kian. I use any and all pronouns. Tonight, I am playing Avery Kaparis, who also uses any and all pronouns. Do you need my sentence? Am I supposed to give you anything else?
No, just Avery tonight.
Okay, just Avery. I will popcorn it over to Matt.
Thank you, Kian. My name is Matt, he, him pronouns. I'm playing Chin Huang, he, they pronouns. And I'm excited to get into some nefarious deeds. And I'm going to popcorn it over to X.
And as such, that is me who was answering the call of X. You can call me XL. Pronouns are he, him. As are my characters, Jex, Daniel, LaFay. I will not take any questions at this moment in time. Jax, Daniel, and I have an appointment. I'm passing it over to JT.
Hello everyone, I'm JT in my proper place, last on the list. I will be playing Carlisle Vicori, and both of our pronouns are they, them.
All right. Well, as we get started this evening, we ended on a bit of research being conducted by everybody last time. A little running around gathering information, learning things. But what we did end on in particular is that Knight Avery Kaparis and Duke Leopold, the former Princess Royal's, well, the dead Princess Royal's husband, both lay unconscious in rooms set aside specifically for this team and the Duke in Buckingham Palace. They were being treated by the physician Maximoff, personal physician to the king, as well as, well, I don't think I covered this last time, so let us begin there. We are going to open our scene to the early evening hours, some 2 months after the Ostara Ball. 2 months after the night Avery consumed Black Icarus curse magic into themselves, rendering themselves and Duke Leopold into comas. Many cures have been tried. They have been stabilized with the help of the witch Isabeau, an old flame of Jacques Lafay's and mother of his children he didn't know about until she arrived. She was one of the magic users in Scotland treating the Duke for his prior exposure to curse magic. And she is a former apprentice to Maximoff. She continued her training with the Cailleach in Strathclyde in Scotland. But her first teacher was Maximoff, which is why she was trusted to help treat Duke Leopold. And we find ourselves in the early evening, 2 months after Ostara, nearing the solstice ball. It's only days away. And Maximoff and Isabeau both are standing over the bed where Duke Leopold lays and where Avery has been moved. Isabeau has sealed the doors behind the three of you as you entered. Well, come on, come on. We do not have much time before the Duke's mother becomes suspicious.
Oh, you look as gorgeous as always, Isabel.
Jacques Lefay, this is not the time.
There's always time.
This is
But
not
you're
the
right. You're right. Let's focus on getting these two better.
time. Right. Let us do that. As I summoned you here, I have a plan. 60% confidence it will work. 70%.
That's pretty good.
I thought so.
I don't think that's good. That's not
It
good.
will
I
work.
feel it.
I would not risk Knight Caparis if I thought it wouldn't work. What Maximoff is meaning to say is we have devised a remedy. One the Duke's mother does not approve of. I discovered during my treatment of the young Duke that his magic is not purely his own and has not been for some time.
How long?
10 years. Minimum.
That's a long
Most of
time
the
to be
since he
under
began training as a
control.
guardian as a child, a teenager. We think because with the war, everyone coming to England, that he met the Shadow King and was coerced, poisoned, convinced to imbibe magic that was not his own. His mother wants to purge all of it from him. Maximoff and I are concerned this will kill him because his magic has taken on this foreign magic and made it part of him. And same thing has happened to Avery with the curse the night the princess was murdered. And again with this second consummation is not the word. Consummation is not the word. You know what I mean? They ate the curse.
Wait, so is that why Avery smelled like cadmium the other night?
It is, I mean, yes, we believe that whatever this magic is that the Shadow King has been imparting to Leopold and that has been thrust onto Avery, it's changing their inherent magic. But, this is my plan. This is my plan. I have created these. And he holds up 2 vials. I've created these. It will not purge anything. It will enhance what is already there. So make their magic stronger.
If the Shadow King's magic has already bound itself to them, as you say,
Mhm,
will
mhm,
that not
mhm.
also make the Shadow King's magic incredibly strong?
No, because he's shaking these vials, and you realize that they are vials that are filled with like two colored liquids, and they're separated by a thin like wax ring in the middle. Okay, my friend Nicholas created these. You create two potions, two. Okay, following, you separate them, and then you melt and heat them up. X is a catalyst, and then you feed them to your patient. Anyway, top one enhances the magic inherent to the Duke and the Knight. Bottom one weakens the curse enough that inherent magic is able to consume the curse, make it its own.
Okay, that sounds like a bunch of wibbly and wobbly magic stuff that I don't quite understand. But I mean, if it's just as simple as a couple pops of cherry coke, then why not? Why not just why are we here for this? What do you need us for?
I need accomplices.
Who do you need to kill?
No, not kill.
Oh,
Not killing. Yet, not maybe.
Steal?
What he
kidnap?
means to say. No, 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 no. You misunderstand. The Duke's mother wants him purged of all extraneous magic that is not his own, because with how things are settling in Europe, on the continent, the Duke is going to be the King of Belgium, and there can be no outside influence inside of him, and so she wants it purged. But it is so entwined with him already, it will kill him. It is part of why we took him to Scotland, because why we kept him in Scotland, because we could convince her there with the Gaelic and Scetic to let us work to find a solution. She hates the solution. She does not want any foreign magic in her son, but she does not understand that it has become part of her son. We need you to sign off on this as official investigators into everything that is going on with the Shadow King. And because you, points to Carlisle, are the closest thing he has to someone who gives a shit about him right now, and because the three of you are Caparis's teammates, closest thing we have to contacting family.
If this works, would he go back to normal? Would he be himself again?
He would, I mean, I don't think he would come out of this unscathed, but normal is sure normal.
Let's do it.
That's one.
That doesn't inspire confidence, but I guess so. If Carlisle's in on it, I guess I have no other say but to say yes, because
That's two.
I don't mind being
Deux.
a scapegoat.
Trois. We have trois. Beautiful. Maximov, do the thing. And Maximov takes out a pair of tongs, but like it's like got a C shape on the end with little like circles, right? And it's drops the vials in and thrusts them into the fire and holds them there until the wax in the middle starts to melt, and then gives them a gentle shake, and you watch what was an amber and like an amber liquid with like flakes of gold almost in it, and the bottom is like the oxidized copper green, and you watch those blend together, and then he passes one to Isabeau and then they both uncork them at the same time. We'll we need someone to hold the jaws open. They need to
And
swallow
they're
it.
hot.
I need you to hold the face. This it's hot. I can hold a hot piece of glass.
Oh, you said jaws. I thought you said jars.
Jaws.
Yeah. Okay. Now I got it.
I am French. I know you understand that. And so, who
Sure.
volunteers to grab Avery's jaw? Okay. And Carlisle, I assume you open Leopold's. Okay. Both of you roll vigor checks for me.
I was born this way.
I wasn't. I can't pass this. Hey,
I also apparently can't pass it.
Oh no.
It's a big
Alright.
old 2. Are you sure that you don't want this to be etiquette?
or like footwork or dueling.
How many rerolls? Do we have any
no.
rerolls?
Look, guys, failing this is not going to make or break anything, I promise.
Okay.
I rolled a 3 out of
Okay.
5.
I rolled a 2.
So I think despite despite agreeing to this, it's safe to say that you guys are a little hesitant, maybe. And you guys are a little hesitant, maybe. And then, so the vials are not consumed in one go, but they are consumed. It takes y'all a minute. And you see nothing happen for a moment. And then both of them shake. And then fall still. And Maximov nods. Okay. It's up to them now. We will just have to wait. And on that, we're going to fade in from early evening into the middle of the night. Avery, you find yourself sitting up in Rosetta Fitzroy's garden, alone. Next to you is a pool of blood where her body should be, and where Leopold should be, and where Carlisle should be. There is no one. You are standing now in this garden by yourself. What do you do?
Do I have my sword with me?
Yes, you are still fully in armor. You are still carrying your sword. It is as if you got knocked on your ass and you're all alone. For you, no time has passed.
Do I hear anything?
Make a vigor roll.
God damn it, that's a 3.
No, you don't hear anything. It's strangely quiet.
We were just here. We were just fighting.
Mm-hmm.
My guess would be that people would have gone inside. So I'm going to try and find my way inside somewhere.
You start to head inside, and movement to your left on the wall, the garden wall, catches your attention, and you look, and that figure is there again. The one cloaked in leaves and shadow. Just tilting its head, crouched, watching you.
Avery turns to face the figure, squares his shoulders, and holds their blade out in front of them, pointing at the figure.
Oh, no, there's no need for that, Knight Caparis.
Who are you? What do you want?
He reaches up and peels his mask off, and you see Robin Goodfellow.
Slimy bastard.
Were you expecting someone different?
Doesn't matter. You're the one that's here now.
Aren't I? Do you really think you're alone here?
I don't see anyone else.
Don't you? Avery, you feel the distinct sensation of eyes on your back. Do you turn around?
How far am I from Robin?
20, 30 feet.
Yeah.
And he's 10 feet up on a wall, so.
Okay, that's enough. I'll turn around.
A figure you have seen once before. Stands from one of those benches with like the curved trellis over it with like night blooming roses that have a little bioluminescence to them. This figure has been sitting watching you. And they stand up. And you see the Shadow King.
How far is he? Are they?
8 feet.
I'm gonna swing. I'm gonna rush him and swing with my sword.
Dueling.
That's a 6.
All right. Hold on. I accidentally closed the PDF. That is a pass, right? I think it is.
Yeah.
Okay, my brain went. That's right. Hold on. Frantically opening the book again. You connect. But it's like, I mean, it's a no damage punch, to quote X from earlier. Like, you hit, you connect. They don't flinch. It's like, you know, you put some oomph in that, but it didn't, it doesn't mean anything. Like, they just take it. Do you say anything?
I think Avery was not expecting to connect. Assumed that they would dodge or move out of the way or something.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's this stunned expression on their face. And they'll pull the sword back and hold it in between them and the Shadow King.
Is your back still to Robin?
Oh yeah.
That
That is Robin. Robin is almost completely forgotten right now because the Shadow King is right in front of me.
That's probably a good thing. So the Shadow King. You are powerful. You are very powerful, Knight Caparis. You have no idea how long you've been fighting me.
What is that supposed to mean?
It means you've been asleep for a very long time, and now people are meddling in my endeavors.
What the hell are you talking about?
What do you think I'm talking about? Do you remember how you got here?
I am going to rush him again. I would like to try and tackle him.
Dueling or vigor, I'll let you choose.
I'm going to go vigor because I got more chances of winning on that one. Doesn't matter because it's a fucking 2. Shit.
No. Good to know. Mark, that is your first failure of the night. That is a mark of peril. So you do need to roll your dice. You just need to roll. You can well, you don't have to roll. It's your first one of the night. You can't fail it. So it's fine. I'm gonna be fucking with the marks of peril rules tonight.
Oh, excellent. I cannot wait.
You go to swing on them again and you reach back to do so and feel a hand wrap around your wrist. I wouldn't do that for a second time, friend.
Is that Robin Goodfellow?
Vigor roll, please.
Oh my god.
With advantage. Because you know Robin.
That's a 7.
That is not Robin Goodfellow.
Oh shit.
That whoever this is, you have heard at this point extensive descriptions of Waximoff. This is a puppet. This is a golem. This is somebody has made something to look like Robin.
Okay.
Do you show any of that on your face? Do you
I think knowing that this is a puppet, I think I retrain my focus back on the Shadow King, because to Avery, that is the real threat.
All right. Oh, I see you figured out his little trick. No, that is not Robin Goodfellow. Robin Goodfellow is where I put him for safekeeping.
Where would that be?
None of your business. You are where I put you for safekeeping, but someone has decided to interfere with that.
Tell me what you want.
The throne, power, absolute dominion over all of Britain's domains. You name it, I want it.
What do you want from me?
I want you to be. Well, I hoped that you would die, and then when that didn't happen, I hoped I could corrupt you, and then when that didn't happen, I hoped I could convince you. So here I am, trying to convince you.
Convince me of what?
Joining the right side of all this.
You honestly think you have a chance of that?
Yes. Yes, I do.
What could you possibly give me that would convince me to join you?
What do you want, Avery Caparis?
I think in that moment, there's flashes going through Avery's head. The first instinct is a flash of home. I want to go home. I don't want to be here anymore. I want my freedom back. I don't want to be bound to this oath that I took thinking I could maybe make a change with this, but now I don't know if that's actually going to happen. I think that there's all of these conflicting images and thoughts that start flooding Avery's mind. And right at the very end, I think it solidifies into Avery feeling powerless. And all that they say to the Shadow King is, I want more power than you could possibly give me.
Don't we all, darling? But I can at least start on your little list right through that door. And sure enough, where that trellis of was that was a bench before is now a door that is creaked open.
Is it light or dark on the other side?
Light.
Am I still being held by the golem?
Yes.
I'm gonna
Not.
try and.
I let go of you if you pull.
Okay, yeah. I pull my arm free.
You look back at the golem.
I think out of curiosity, yeah.
You look back, and it is a face you don't recognize. It's a man. But this is not a man you have seen before.
I think I froze. You said this is not a man that I've seen before?
No.
I'm just
What
gonna
you
try
do
and
notice, and I'll give you this, that as you notice the man's face, so does the Shadow King, and the Shadow King has gone rigid. Like, this face means something to them. What? You don't like seeing me again? And it's a very American voice. I thought we had something, dear. Not talking to you.
I kind of just call over my shoulder toward the Shadow King. So this isn't a friend of yours?
Not in here, they aren't. No. They definitely are not. Please go through the door so I can handle this.
I'm just gonna try and commit this face to memory. Do my best to make sure that I can recall this. And recall this voice. And I will giving the Shadow King a wide berth. I don't want to be within arm's reach anymore. I'm gonna back into the trellis doorway, watching both of them.
Neither of them tries to follow you.
Okay.
In fact, you see the Shadow King raise a gauntleted hand with tipped in claws and slap the golem. And literally slaps that face off of them. And when it's back, the door closes and you don't see who it turns into.
Shit.
And you find yourself in a garden. At first, you think you're in one of the tropical garden houses that have begun to be built around the country as Britain's colonial empire expands and they become fascinated with new plants and animals. You hear wildlife you have not heard in a long time. And you realize the trees around you are trees you recognize. And you look up thinking, oh, I'm going to see a glass ceiling. And you are standing under open sky. You are no longer in England. But you hear music just up the path. Do you go?
I think at a run, Avery starts running in that direction.
You run up the path and you burst through the tree line. It's home. And everyone you know is dancing. And you start to feel a myriad of emotions, I'm sure. And then you realize something is very wrong because they are not dancing on the town square you are used to seeing in your home. They are dancing on the black and white marble floor of the Calloway house. And where there was a home at the far end of the square, there is now a dais. And you see people you know playing instruments you know, but everybody is dancing in waltzes and quadrilles. And in the center of it all dance three figures, trading off partners with each other. Carlisle, can you tell me what Avery sees?
I'm super muted. Avery sees Carlisle, clean shaven, hair well cared for, in a black suit with bright purple accents and a metal pauldron with a Cebu orchid on it. They're dancing with Charlotte and then with Leo. And then Charlotte and Leo are dancing together. Carlisle spots Avery and approaches. Avery, Solnishko, may I have this dance?
Avery looks stunned. And I think just kind of on autopilot holds their hand out for a dance.
Carlisle, without missing a beat, grabs the hand, pulls them into a spin, and begins following the footsteps of the music.
Carla, what the fuck is going on?
We're dancing. You've danced before. I've seen you do it. You're much livelier than I am, I find, and better on your feet. Something Charlotte has pointed out a number of times. I am not exactly the best at dancing.
Does Carlisle seem, for lack of a better description, like more full of life? Like there's more light to him right now?
I'll let JT answer that.
You would swear that there were stars forming in their eyes and nebulas crashing together.
I think despite the music, despite everything, Avery comes to a very abrupt stop. Carlisle, something is very wrong.
Yeah, this isn't a dance where we stop and switch. You keep going.
No, something is wrong here. This isn't.
Avery, take a breath. This night is to celebrate us. Nights for Charlotte and my Leo. For you, my son. We are knights.
I think it's kind of starting to scramble Avery's brain, and there's this overlay with the nickname coming in that is confusing Avery. What are we celebrating? What is there to celebrate? Charlotte is
Right there, dancing with Leo. Don't they look so happy together?
I'm gonna look over at Charlotte and Leo. Does it seem like they're real? Like they're dancing? Like they're. I'm looking for signs that there might be a golem or something like that.
Etiquette or vigor, I'll let you choose. I know what you're gonna pick, but
Yeah.
like,
I'm always gonna go with vigor. Ooh, that's a 6.
all right, you pass. Everyone here except Carlisle. Have you written the Haunted Mansion?
Yes.
You know the ballroom scene?
Yes.
Yeah. Everyone here is a ghost. Everyone. And you begin to notice that the figures that originally you thought were the people you grew up with at home, dressed in traditional Filipino clothing, are now beginning to superimpose. And it's like they're still their faces, it's still them. But instead of seeing that clothing, you're starting to see empire waist gowns and soft-soled shoes and updos, and it's like the two images are blending together, but everyone is a ghost. In fact, some of the people you see dancing, are dead.
Avery turns back to Carlisle, hand pulled back, and I'm gonna slap the shit out of Carlisle as hard as I can.
Both of you roll dueling.
Hey, come on, I'm just a little guy.
I know.
I'm just a little guy who's got both his eyes. That's a 4, right on.
Hey, that was a 4 for me also.
JT, tell me how this plays out, since you dodge, but Avery still connects with you somehow. How do you turn this to your advantage? Your next roll will be at disadvantage, Avery.
Okay.
Carlisle leans back, doesn't grab the wrist, but sort of guides it into another spin for the dance.
Footwork roll, Avery. Disadvantage.
I have to succeed on both on disadvantage.
You have to succeed on both dice.
Oh man. Yes. Yeah, I failed on both.
You stumble. Carlisle, continue to turn this to your advantage, please.
No, Avery. Charlotte and Leo can't spend all their time with me. We are coworkers, sure, but if you wanted to grab a drink or something.
Carlisle, I really want to be flattered, but this is not the time.
What do you mean? It's a ball. This is literally the exact time.
I'm telling you, something is wrong. Half of these people are dead. And you're much happier than I've ever seen you before, which is, to be quite honest, very alarming.
I'm going to try not to be hurt by that very odd sentiment. I've been very happy since. I just want to show you the kind of happiness that they've shown me.
As I'm assuming we're still dancing, I am looking around the room. Is there an exit?
Are you looking for another door?
I mean, a window will do at this point if I need to make it work.
You are outside, like you are in
Oh, that's
town.
right. That's right. Okay.
Do you start to try and break away from Carlisle to run away?
Yes, I'm going to try to extricate myself out of this dance.
I need a dueling roll from each of you, Avery with disadvantage.
God. Come on, Cass.
Another 4.
Oh, that's a 7 and a 5.
You succeeded, which gets you out of disadvantage for the next one.
God.
Carlisle, Avery starts to run. Do you chase?
I think Carlisle starts walking.
Terrifying.
Very slow, sure walk.
Like a fucking slasher movie?
Oh, yeah.
Bet.
Am I running into people or am I walking through people?
Yes.
Are they there? Corporeally, are they there?
I mean, you feel something when you walk through them.
Okay, I hate that description. Thank you.
Which way do you run? Do you run further in towards the houses? Do you run back to the trees? Which way are you running?
I'm going to run. I think Avery always found more comfort getting away from people, getting out into nature, so I'm going to run toward the trees.
Okay. Carlisle, you're following.
Following suit, yelling bits of concern towards Avery.
Are you yelling anything in particular to try and get them to stop?
Avery, slow down. I'm only trying to help.
Anything more convincing than that?
Don't know. Avery, are you really ready to abandon Jolie?
Fuck. I think that gets Avery to stop.
Continue, Carlisle.
Carlisle closes the distance and just places a hand on Avery's shoulder. What has gotten into you tonight? You were so excited for this.
What do you know about Jolie?
Sorry?
What do you know about Jolie?
What about Jolie?
Why do you know that name?
I mean, it's Jolie. We all know that name. Isn't that what you wanted?
I'm going to shake off the hand that's on my shoulder. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what fucked up version the Shadow King thinks this is that of what I want, but this isn't it.
Avery, what are you talking about?
This isn't real. None of this is real, Carlisle.
I think you need to lay down. We can go to one of those side rooms and get you a bed and some water, probably.
No, what I need is to get out of here.
You can't just leave. It's not proper.
I think it'll be fine, Carlisle, okay?
Yeah, if you need to lay down and step away, that's fine. I mean, people do that all the time. But leaving, abandoning the ball, it's not. It's uncomely. People will talk.
Let them talk.
Etiquette roll.
From me?
Yeah.
Disadvantage?
No, you got yourself out of the disadvantage spiral.
Ooh, that's a 2.
Okay. Okay. You said let them talk.
Mm-hmm.
You hear a voice in the distance. They're already talking, Avery. They're always talking about you. The poor little lamb, desperate to go home. Thank you, Carlisle. You may return to the bowl.
Not a word from Carlisle, just turns around and leaves.
I'm sorry I couldn't give you a proper taste of home. I haven't been there, and I'm only working off your faded memories.
I think Avery looks furious at this at the mention of going off of Avery's memories.
I'm sorry. I've been in here such a long time with you. I got bored.
You have no right to pry.
You had no right to eat me.
So that's what this is? You're trying to get back at me for some stupid thing I did?
No, I told you what I'm doing.
You're gonna have to try harder.
Aren't I just? And they go to swing on you and are knocked over by the figure clad in leaves and that iridescent film over them. And still no mask, and you whip around and you see Jax.
Oh shit! Get on my nerves. All right. I gotta wait for you to go. All right. Get away from this bullshit. You gotta promise to keep going that way. Yeah?
Anything
Come
to
on.
get out of this.
And I'll reach a hand out over to what used to be thin air, and a door handle suddenly appears there. And as I pull open the door, the entire door is now visible. In there, best way for you to get out.
Avery, without thinking, starts to walk very quickly towards it and then stops short and looks at Jax. How do I even know that I can trust you, that you're not just like Carlisle here?
I'll take it like this: either you do or you don't. If you don't, you stand here for the rest of however long it takes for that stuff in your body to kill you. If you do, maybe you'll find a way to survive.
Fair enough. And I will walk through the door.
Jenna.
The door closes behind you and Jax disappears. What you think wore Jax's face. And you stumble back into Rosetta Fitzroy's garden. Still a pool of blood on the ground. Still no Leopold. Still no teammates. And you look around. And as I'm finishing a thought while having multiple thoughts at the same time. And the house was dark before. It wasn't the night that you came here. It was lit up. The occupants were out at a ball, but it was lit up because the servants were and the footmen and the butlers and everybody was working. Is an active household. So the lights were on, so to speak. But when you were here moments ago, hours ago, you can't tell. That house was dark. But now you hear laughter. And you see a window lit. You've been in that house a few times. You know that's the formal dining room. Do you go?
Yeah.
You enter through the servants' entrance in the garden, and because you know it's the fastest way to the dining room, and you throw open the side door where the footmen usually come in to serve dinner. You are used to standing by this door as a guard. Matt, Chin,
Yeah.
tell us what Avery sees. And as you describe this, we will go to break on this description.
All right. So within the formal dining room, rather than the traditional long table, there are many smaller round ones that are set up, the kind that you might stand at and enjoy some small bites, a glass of wine. It's easy to hop from table to table to enjoy the company of many, but who, it's hard to tell because everyone has a mask on. It's a masquerade affair. Everyone's wearing shades of gray. Even the food seems a little blander than usual. And you would see Chin. Chin is somewhere in the center, and you'd note that he is wearing a long white overcoat over black shirt. He has silver earrings on and dark, shadowy chains connected to his wrists.
You walk into this. Avery, what does your armor look like in Masquerade? What mask are you wearing?
Avery's mask is, it looks like it wants to be cute, but the proportions are a little off. It's a bat, but the perspective of it is just a little off to where it looks just a little bit otherworldly, a little bit outside of the realm of comfort. Um, all black with a little bit of light purple filigree around the edges.
Okay. Yours is the only spot of color in this room. It is gray washed out. Everyone wears a mask. No one looks familiar. And Chin is standing before you. What do you say to him?
First, Avery just mutters to themselves, oh, here we fucking go again.
Anything else?
I don't think that Avery addresses Chin. I think Avery says out loud, kind of projects his voice out. So what is it exactly here that you're trying to offer me?
Matt, if you can answer that in a sentence or two.
Chin is about to say something when mobs of masked ball goers start to swarm around Avery, starting to say the most mundane things like, the weather is certainly charming, isn't it?
This is a nightmare. This is atrocious.
And that is, I think, where we're going to just dip out for early for break, just a couple minutes early. And so we'll be back in about 10 minutes here. Everybody, go handle your liquids. Be prepared for more shenanigans. Poor Avery. Take us out, Maya. boneless pizza.
Yes, pizza without the bone
I
in
don't
it.
I don't know why that just stuck in my brain. Like
It's easier to eat with the bone. You can just eat around it.
I don't care how free it is. Take the gluten out the bread.
Yes, take the gluten out the bread so Cassidy doesn't die. Anyway, hello everyone. We are back. And we are going to jump right back into the horrifying visage of being swarmed by shades of people, all grayed out, asking about the weather. Avery, how do you react to this?
I start backing away. I imagine I probably bump into people coming up behind me that I did not see, fully surrounded. And I think I just start to yell out, Chin, help me out here. What the fuck is going on?
And you see him mouthing in the distance, but it's overridden by a voice right in your ear saying, "Oh, the weather is just charming. I would pay my entire inheritance if it could be so charming all the time."
Oh my god. Avery, I'm looking for an exit route. I imagine that I cannot find one easily enough, so I'm just gonna start to try to like bullishly push my way through this crowd, working my way over to Chin.
It's like this dining room has gotten larger and full of more people.
Do I still have my sword? I think I'm gonna pull my sword out, and I'm not gonna swing it yet. I want to see if anybody reacts to it. Do people like even acknowledge me doing what I'm doing right now?
Chin.
I would say that quite a few of them that are really close are like, "Ooh, ah." But what about you, Knight Caparis? What do you think? Isn't the weather charming?
Oh my god. I put the sword back. Clearly that is not having the intended effect that I wanted it to, of scaring people away from me. And I think Avery is like, you could, if you're looking at his expression, you can see that he's doing mental math right now. He's trying to figure out, like, do I start swinging on these people? Do I drop to the ground and try to crawl my way out of here? Like, what is it that's actually going to work? And I think he's going to go with dropping to the ground.
Footwork. Disadvantage.
Why do you hate me?
I don't hate you.
I'm pretty sure that's a fail on both of them. That is, yeah, that's a fail. That's 2 7s. Oh, I'm at 3 marks of peril. Should I be rolling?
Oh, yes. Roll for the second one. You just need to get above a 2.
That's a 5.
Okay. Roll above a 3.
That's a 7.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, thank God. Yeah, I dropped to the ground. I'm going to start trying to crawl through these people.
Chin.
So I would say that the crowd seems like preoccupied with where you were. And so you'd be able to crawl through, and Chin kind of meets you halfway and lowers a hand to try to help you up.
I take it and I'll stand.
You see what it's like here, right?
What on earth is going on?
This is what we have to be in this society to function.
What do you mean? We have to ask about the weather?
We have to do the dance. We fight, and then we talk to these people.
Do you realize that none of this is real?
It certainly feels real,
I know, but I promise it's not. We can get out of here.
but every question they ask, everything they say, it's grating.
Yeah, it's awful.
And as Chin is about to say something else, you just hear the march of footsteps on marble floor as the masked ball goers have discovered your new position, and half of them start to pull Chin away while the others are starting to surround you.
I'm
And
gonna
oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna reach for Chin's hand. I'm gonna try to hold on so that we don't get separated.
Vigor.
Oh my god.
Not a disadvantage because Chin is I'm assuming grabbing back.
Is Chin grabbing back?
Oh, did Matt freeze for anybody else or just me? Oh
No. No.
Chin is gone. Chin vanishes with thin air.
Chin
Vanishes
did
into the
get grabbed
crowd.
away.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Let's ask
vamp
Am I
for a
back?
moment.
Hey!
Hey.
I've
There we
Welcome
go.
back.
see you. I'm being pulled away by the mob.
Okay. So is Chin reaching back?
Yes, Chin is trying to reach back.
I'm gonna change up my own rules for the night, but you guys don't know what rules I'm operating at. Chin, you roll vigor at disadvantage.
All right.
You roll with just a straight roll, Avery.
I have failed.
I rolled a 1.
Oh, that's good. Oh, because you're still in armor. So that's your honor.
Yes.
But Chin failed. So how do you get a grasp on Chin only to lose him in the crowd once more?
I think that I'm reaching for Chin's hand, but in like the blindness of just reaching into the crowd, I end up grabbing onto somebody else. And I think it's Chin for a moment. I think it's Chin's hand and it's not. And so when I start to pull closer, it ends up being this fucking rando wearing a mask who I'm just like, oh God, this is not what I wanted at all. And by the time that I realize what's happening, Chin is already too far out of my reach.
Chin, who's the person Avery grabs?
So this rando is gonna, like, you would note that there's just like this giddy energy coming from them, and they say, I've been chosen. I've been chosen by a knight.
Oh
Oh,
no.
isn't the crown and country just incredible? Knight Caparis, isn't it?
I try to let go. I try to let go. I try to back off. I regret this decision immediately.
And like all the other people around are like, "Oh, you've been chosen! Yes, you've been chosen!" And they're like, they go down onto one knee, and they say, "Knight Caparis, if you would do me the honor of serving the crown together."
Oh God. Um, Avery. Avery stops, and I'm gonna kind of glance through the crowd. Do I see the Shadow King anywhere?
Yes. You see them at the far end of the room, a hand on Chin's shoulder, appearing to whisper in his ear.
Uh,
And then they're gone. And Chin is walking back towards you. The crowd, I think, at this point is probably parting.
I
Chin is going to make it to you.
Wonderful, because Avery did not know what to do with this person who's kneeling, asking to serve the crown alongside them. Avery was like, "Dear God, please no."
I would say if it's obvious on Avery's face, then Chin is gonna raise a hand, and I mean Chin doesn't do magic. He dons his armor, he flies, he throws throwing knives, but you would see as he raises a hand that shadows extend out and they pull this masked figure who's bothering you away. They pull them away and restrain them. I'm sorry, Avery. I think we'll have this handled now.
Wait, what do you mean? What's going to happen to them?
Don't worry. And if you look around, you would see that all the masked figures have been like pulled aside, shadows over their mouths, shadows around their hands. And Chin says, "It'll it'll be okay. I," and he raises his hands and those chains have melted into moving shadow. And he says, "I I think he can help. I think he can help you."
Avery takes half a step back, but they had said, "I want more power than you could possibly give me, and it is hard to ignore a display of power that can control a room like this." And I think that Avery is clocking that.
Yeah. You see it, don't you? I I wish I saw it sooner. These and you note that like for one instant you again see those shadows. They extend out from his wrists to the far ends of the room, one to your far left, one to your far right. And then they're gone. And then he says, "Yeah, those aren't mine." And then he gestures towards your wrists. And you see that the shadows are around your hands, extending to the left, to the right. And Chin says, "These people uphold this society that's doing nothing while the people we care about are being taken away. It's a matter of time until we lose everyone. Don't you have someone you want to protect?"
Jolie's face flashes in Avery's mind. And then there's the team. And then there's, oddly enough, the frantic, controlled visage of Leopold. In that order, everybody comes through. Of course, there's people I want to protect.
Good. You see, the best defense is a strong offense. You can try to protect, and Chin is going to gesture to your left. And where that shadow leads, a spotlight is going to turn on. And you see the doctor, Dr. Maximoff, in his element. Perhaps when you stumble upon him as he's working on something, smiling, drinking, standing in front of his favorite lab station. and he's in motion for a moment, and then he freezes. And then Chin says, "You can try to protect her." And he gestures to your far right, where your shadow shackles lead, and you see the opposite end, someone wearing simple trousers, a bright colored top of blue, some forget-me-nots in her hair, a tribal tattoo down her left arm. If you're not strong enough, you would have to choose. That's not a choice I'd make easily. Would you? But with the Shadow King, you don't need to worry about either of them. They wouldn't be targets anymore. No spotlight on them. Just join us.
Avery takes a, not even meaning to, takes a step towards Jolie because of the list of people to protect that need Avery's protection, Maximov is lower on the list than Jolie is. Maximov is strong.
Footwork at disadvantage.
God,
You made the wrong choice.
God, don't say that. And all of my dice are betraying me tonight.
I know.
That's already a failure, isn't it? Oh, no. Yes, yeah, it is. Shit.
Both dice have to succeed.
Yeah, I failed.
Mark of peril roll, please. You were at 5.
I'm at 5?
You're at 5.
Oh, yeah, I am
I
at
didn't
5.
Yeah. I forgot to make you roll for the last one. I'm not gonna make you do it. It's we're fucking around with the rolls tonight. Don't worry about it.
Ooh, that's an 8. That's
You are...
that's my topper. I don't, does that do anything for me?
It does. This makes this much easier for me. Matt, I'm going to take back over this scene.
Go for it.
You take that step towards Jolie and you instantly feel your stomach drop knowing you made the wrong choice. You know you have made the wrong choice choosing Jolie in this moment. Someone reaches out and tugs you back, tugs you free, and you see a gauntleted hand with a leaf pattern. Carlisle, how do you get Avery out of this situation?
I think there is a reminiscence to the initial pull of the dance before Carlisle just spins Avery and stops them, just hands on shoulders. You need to keep moving.
I don't know if I can.
You have to. You can. Out of the 4 of us, you're the only one I could have predicted would have survived this, and you have to keep going.
Carla, I don't know what's going on, but I can't do this.
You've continued to do it for this long, so obviously you can.
Where am I supposed to go?
Carlisle takes a step back, and as they move out of the way, a door appears. They're hiding something.
Who's hiding something?
You know who.
I look back at Jolie and then at Maximov. What do I see?
What does Avery see, Chin?
You see both of them just stuck in frozen, like in this state of perhaps Jolie smiling. Perhaps this might have been that last moment when you said goodbye before leaving, and Maximov about to reach a breakthrough, but you see those shadows continuing to encroach upon them.
I'm Not Okay by My Chemical Romance is playing right now, and it's so perfect.
The playlist knows.
It's so perfect. Avery turns back to Carlisle. I need to know that they're both going to be safe.
Those two,
Yes, those two.
they're not real.
Okay, but out there, outside of whatever the fuck hellscape this is.
I mean, I don't know that other one, but come on, Maximov?
Look, I'm going to keep going, but I think that and Avery doesn't say, I think that there's some truth to what they're saying, but that's what Avery is thinking. Avery is right on the verge of, there's some truth to what the Shadow King is saying. There's
Right.
power to be found here.
Avery.
Etiquette roll. Etiquette, real quick. Disadvantage.
Ooh. That's a 2 and a 3. That's a 2 and a 3.
Nice!
Oh, baby.
There's some merit, but what do you give up?
Avery, if that were true, Charlotte would still be alive.
That I think breaks through. That stuns Avery a little bit, because there's some truth to that as well. What's on the other side of this door?
You know,
Okay. For the record, I do almost prefer you more sad and serious than whatever creepy happy version that was of you back there.
trying not to be hurt by that.
Where is Chin right now?
If you look for him, you'd probably see him in the middle, surrounded by restrained, masked ball goers, and he's looking back at you and sort of beckoning.
Okay, I'll go through. I really hope that you guys are doing something to get me out of here.
You go through the door, slam shut behind you, and you land on your back on the deck of a ship. You've just gotten your ass handed to you again.
Is that all you got, Kapars? Are you just gonna do me one better? Give me a black eye today. Come on, stand the fuck up, Kapars. It's time.
Avery spends a second just staring at the rocking sky above them, just like, this can't be my life right now. This cannot be real. Before rolling onto one side, pushing themselves up, probably with a little bit more flavor to it, a little bit more dramatics than probably anybody expects. But slowly stands up, turns around. Is this
Avery C?
Yeah.
You see standing in front of you a somewhat younger than you know him now to be, maybe just by a few years. Jax with purple eyes, although his hair, rather than being very like iridescent color, is a deep, deep black. And the his uniform, rather than being the like normal purple color, is this almost golden shine to with purple accents, but the main color is gold. Rule number one, Kapars, never let your guard down when you're in the battlefield. You ready? All right, here I come in, and it's a flying knee right to the face before you can, before as you try to stand up.
Uh, I don't even think there's a chance that Avery even kind of dodges this.
I'm not gonna make you roll for it. Then you get kneed in the face.
I think it hits. I think it hits them square in the face.
Come on, Kaparis. If you would have done better than that, you might have stopped me from killing Leopold. Try again. And then I'll run up and then slam a foot down onto where your knee is.
I will make you roll for that one. Dueling disadvantage because you just took a knee to the face.
Oh, it's 2-7. No, it's not. That's a 4. Oh, it's still success. That's still a success.
We love it when the dice tell a story. Okay. All right.
Avery rolls out of the way. I think the shift in tone triggers something in Avery that said like this went from just like what the fuck is going on to like I don't know, but this is a threat and I need to adjust for this. And I think that fight instinct kind of takes over Avery. They roll out of the way and stand up, and I'm going to draw my sword.
Good, good. Now that's what I like to see. Some initiative. Kaparis. Let's keep going, shall we? But first, let's check in on the group, yeah. And then I take a step toward you, and the scenery changes from this rickety boat to the coastal shores of France with the encampment of soldiers after having just fought the initial battle of the invasion of eastern France. And Jax will walk and continue and pick up a piece of bread out of a tin container, start munching on it. Remember this? This is where we first met. This is a good time. Beginning of the last campaign, I believe it was in October 18, 14, something like that, 13 maybe. October 18, 13, that's what it was. First time we ever met. You remember that?
I can recall.
The first thing we ever did when we first met.
You'll have to remind me.
We took lives, Kapars, in honor of our great nation that we were sworn to protect as guardians. You, for whatever reasons, you had me and duty to my family, but I realized something, Kapars. That family is a little bit overrated. Too much to worry about. Too many things to think of and care for and make sure you don't step on anybody's toes. You see, you know what your problem is, Kapars? You're too attached. You're too attached to things. I can smell it. The dragon's nose on here. The dragon's nose here. It smells, it stinks. Take, for instance, this night, and then he points to the right, and the scenery changes again, and it's the night that Charlotte was murdered. Oh, there's a guard. Oh, there's another one. What are you going to do, Kaparis? You going to stop him? You're taking him out left and right. He's heading on his way towards Charlotte. You going to stop him? Can you? Can you change it this time? Try it. Let's see. Oh, another one dead, Kaparis. You're too late. Too slow. Not enough power. You think you can get along with yourself? You think you'll wake up? You think that you'll come back to the world and that we won't be dead? And that you will change it somehow with your own strength? You're going to dig deep. Someone else just died. Or he's on his way to Charlotte. You going to stop him?
I don't have to prove anything to you.
And let's watch if she dies again. There you are. Doing what? failing. Why?
Charlotte screams in the background. The doors fly open and Leopold's body hits the floor, knocking you down with it.
Avery loses their grip on their sword in the moment as they go flying. Um, they're not quite in tears yet, but they're on the edge of crying as this is playing out around them.
Vigor roll. Disadvantage.
That's a fail.
Mark a peril roll, please. You are at 6.
Poor Kaparis. Lost a grip.
That's an 8.
Something.
Still okay for now.
Oh, man.
Keep going, Jax.
You see, you remember why they asked us to be the knights that solve this here mystery? And they like lean over you as you're laying there. I got your tongue. Dragon got your tongue? Or a shadow? Too slow. It was because of this. And then the scenery changes once more, and we're on the coast again. And remember that last battle? 5 months after we began, 5 months after we met, we split apart many times. I remember I had to save your ass one time. You saved mine too, so it's all right. We even. But it was this moment that made us stand out. And then he points to the ocean off the coast, and suddenly a large circular portion of the ocean just gets displaced, and it's just an empty hole in the middle of the ocean as the rest of the water comes to fill it in, sliding down like a waterfall, pouring into the hole. You see a lot of steam begin to rise out, in this large serpentine like figure come out of the water, breathing fire. It's the day that I summoned Leviathan for the first time. I remember Carlisle, Jen, and you did it too. But do you think you still got the ability to dig deep, connect with some ancient machina deep in the pit of the world? You think you can dig that deep again on your own? Naive Kapars.
Am I still on the ground?
Yeah.
Avery stands up and I turn away from Jax.
Okay. What do you do?
Do I see the Shadow King anywhere?
Yes.
What are they doing?
Watching.
I think looking at the Shadow King, Avery says quietly, but knowing that the Shadow King can hear, Avery just says, "Help me."
Of course, darling. How do you want the Shadow King to help?
I want Jax on the ground.
How do you want to do that?
I turn around and I rush in and I'm going to try to sweep out Jax's legs from under him.
No rule necessary. It happens.
Nice one. Try again.
Try again.
I'm still alive.
I think Avery is in tears now. And I think I plant a knee on Jax's gut and I'm just going to swing. And it's not very coordinated. It's a haymaker swing. It's blind. It's full of rage, but I think that there's a level that Avery knows that the rage is not directed at Jax right now.
Question. When you pull your fist back to swing, you know the power your blows can land with your own power. But do you call on your own inherent power, or do you call on what the Shadow King has given you?
If you will allow it, what I think happens is that Avery tries to focus on themselves, on their own power, but it feels empty. There's a hollowness to that. It feels distant.
Does Avery want it to be their power, or does Avery want it to be the Shadow King's power?
I think enough of what Jax has said has convinced Avery that their power is not enough.
Dueling with advantage. Jax, roll dueling with disadvantage for me, please.
That's a success.
Okay, so I also succeed kind of. I have a 1 and a 5. So I roll my honor and also a 5. I don't know if that counts.
It counts. It counts. Here is how we're going to resolve this. You
Right.
take the hit, but you does not knock you unconscious. It could have. There was enough power in that hit to render you unconscious, Jax. But you managed just enough to pull your jaw away just enough to keep yourself from going unconscious. What do you do, Jax? Avery, you're going to be
That's
rolling
right.
the rest of this scene at advantage.
Okay.
That's just how you do it. And I think I'll kick him off of me. I'll try to at least.
Dueling again, both of you. Advantage. Not disadvantage this time though, Jax. You are prepared for this.
Lovely. That's an 8. That's my hero.
It is? Okay. Well, hold on to that.
That was an 8 for
Advantage.
me also, which is my
Is that
hero.
okay?
Lovely.
Anime fight. You guys tell me what happens. Jax, you get Avery off of you, but Avery, how do you immediately counter? Like, y'all tell me what happens.
I think you kick me off and I roll, but I roll to where my sword's within reach, and I'm able to grab my sword as I come to a stand, and I rush back in, blade in hand, reverse grip on the blade, and my goal is to press the blade to your throat.
I think seeing that and also being, and I should point out that this is definitely. I don't know. I don't know if I should point this out. If this is, should I point this out of how like Jax this is or is not? I'll ask the GM.
What do you mean by that?
Uh, OOC. This is very much not like Jax to be this way in battle. Should I point this out? Should I point this out for Avery to notice?
Yes.
Lovely. So yeah, it is very unlike Jax. Jax is, while like he can be a very passionate fighter, as seen before, and if his emotions get the better of him, he can be pretty ruthless in his attacks. But this Jax doesn't seem to be enraged by anything. He just seems to love this, which is not entirely at all. Like Jax prefers to not fight if he could, but is always ready to. But yeah, and I think as that sort of like realization happens, probably, or like you notice this, he puts his foot up and stops the hilt at the very tip of the hilt of the blade to block your hand from going too far to put the sword to his throat, and then uses that as leverage to jump up off of your hand and away, and will try to. He will stomp on the ground, and a piece of earth will pop up, which will then light in flame, and he will kick it at you.
Dueling rolls. Dueling roll from Jax. Advantage footwork roll from Kian. Or Avery, sorry.
That's a one on the die.
Okay, hold on to that then. Hold on to that.
That's an 8. That's my hero.
Okay. So I'm gonna narrate this. Jax, you kick this flaming boulder. And you realize at the last second what's about to happen. But you still kick it. Because you are not you. This is not Jax. Avery, tell me how you catch this boulder and throw it back at him.
I drop the blade and catch it in my bare hands, and it does burn. I do feel the fire of it. I feel the heat of it. But I slow the momentum of it down, and it's almost weak. It's almost a weak lob. Like, this is like the heat of this is kind of taking it out of Avery, of taking me out of this moment and realizing something is clearly wrong here, and also I can feel real pain here, which is alarming. But I'll throw it back in Jax's direction.
Is there still enough anger there that you are trying to hurt him?
I think the feeling the flames on my hand redirects where that anger is, because Avery's not angry at Jax. Avery is angry at themselves right now. That is where this is sitting, and it's sitting in the pit of their stomach, and it's a lot of layers of why he's mad at himself. So I think it redirects where that anger is pointed, and it turns it a little bit more inward, which is why the fight has kind of gone out of Avery in this second.
Flat dueling, Jax, disadvantage footwork.
That's a success.
That is a failure. One of them was my hero, but the other one is a failure. So
Avery, you throw this back, and at first you think you pulled that throw just enough because Jax catches. But then that fire catches on him. And he starts to melt. And you hear a voice in your ear, and a hand on your wrist starts to pull you away from the sight that is your friend, screaming in pain as they melt on the ground. Chin, how do you get Avery out of here?
As Chin pulls Avery away, you hear Chin's voice. He says, "Don't look. It's not real. It's okay. Don't worry."
It doesn't matter if it's not real. Everything he said was true.
Look, there's something you still need to do. There's something you have to do. Whether it's true or not, there's something you need to learn.
What could this place possibly be trying to teach me?
Something about him.
Shadow King is striding towards you.
You have to hurry. And Chin, as he's pulling Avery away, you would note that he takes out the key, the key that he had always used to transform, and he inserts it into the air, turning it, and you see the outline appear, and the door opens, and he says, "There's not much time. Go. I'll do my best here."
I think Avery is through the door when they hear Chin say, "I'll do my best here." And it's this moment of like, I'm abandoning Chin in this moment. And as I turn back is when the door closes behind me.
Yes. You are once again in Rosetta Fitzroy's garden, on your back, staring up at the night sky, the smell of blood right next to you.
There's a brief moment where Avery just thinks, if I don't get up, nothing else can happen. If I just stay right here, I don't have to go through any of this again. I don't have to sit through whatever fucked up charade this is. I don't have to see my teammates turning on me and then trying to help me and then dying in front of me. And it's the smell of blood and it's the feeling of the blisters on his own hand that gets him to sit up slowly. And I'll stand, and immediately I am looking for the Shadow King.
Sitting on the bench once again, underneath those bioluminescent roses.
Had a pretty fucked up way of trying to convince me to work with you.
I am but a tool of my master, part of a whole. I work with what I am given. You gave me much to work with.
So this whole thing has been a dream?
You've lived this same dream, versions of it, for weeks. Something changed. I've locked the meddling bastard out for now, so it is just you and me. Just you and me. And you have a choice to make, Avery Kaparis. You have a choice.
Avery thinks through everything that they've seen. Every face, every ghost. They come back to Maximov, they come back to Jolie, they come back to the team.
Mm-hmm.
They think of those shadows encroaching everywhere. Can I keep them safe?
No, they have their own choices to make. But you can make your own choices to keep them out of my way.
You can't hurt them. Any of them.
Oh dear, I think you are misunderstanding who I am. I am a curse that you ripped out of a dying man. I am part of a whole. I don't speak for the Shadow King, I am but a part of them. You make a choice to accept me, and then you wake up, and you make a choice to work with them. But I will answer whatever questions I can to ease your mind.
What does the Shadow King look like?
Shadow King is wearing a mask. Full helmet. You cannot see their face.
Can you take that mask off?
Etiquette roll. Advantage.
I'm so scared.
You should be. You are so close to the threshold that I have set for tonight. You also have juice.
Okay. Etiquette, I just have to succeed at one. I'm going to use juice. I'm going to reroll.
Do so.
Dice are telling a story. That's a 2.
Hey, Lion. Can you please deafen the rest of the cast and yourself? And cast, please do not read the subtitles or look at Twitch chat for the next couple of minutes until I wave my hands around and thumbs up. Oh. You're good? Is that can no, everybody can still yep, somebody So cast, you can still hear me? Yes, okay. Before I start running my mouth. I can hear you. Okay, who can hear me talking? Raise your hand. Okay. We are deafened. Avery, the Shadow King removes their mask. And just because I don't want anybody to read my lips, I'm going to tell you who you see. And you can ask whatever questions you need from there. Making sure I'm putting this in the right channel. Uh-huh. You are so muted.
I totally forgot that I was muted.
Yeah.
Am I getting
Yeah.
anything that gives me that this person might be a golem?
No.
This feels authentic. Of in this world, like this is who I'm looking at in this moment.
Not even gonna make you roll for it correct.
Okay.
What do you want to know?
Why are you doing this?
I answered this question already.
Not to me. This can't just be a grab for power.
Why not? It's my birthright.
It feels so simple for everything that you're doing.
That's my birthright and a little bit of revenge. And I was given the tools to accomplish my goals by a dear friend.
Who?
Not answering that one. A lady must keep her secrets.
Not if we're in this together.
Of course, if we're in this together, I don't have their permission yet. I am not connected completely to the whole, remember?
So I accept you.
The curse. Yes.
The curse. And what? I get some bit of their power,
Yes.
whatever this weird magic is that you're using.
Yes.
And they know immediately that I've done it.
Yes. The added benefit is young Leopold will wake up and be a little more himself. You'll be doing a favor.
Are there others that you've infected?
No. Not unwillingly as I did to you and Leopold. Everyone else is willing. Are you willing?
If I don't, you stay with Leopold, and he stays whatever kind of monster he is right now.
There are options. If you don't, and you fully reject me, yes, I return to Leopold wholeheartedly, ruin him, corrupt him, potentially kill him. You accept me wholeheartedly. You wake up good as new with a little extras. Your choice.
Does this give the Shadow King some kind of a weird insight into my brain
Yes.
all the
If you
time?
accept me, if you accept me wholeheartedly, you will be connected. Think of it as a telepathic link, not a window. They won't know what you're thinking unless you want them to, and vice versa. As I said, a lady must keep her secrets.
Well, the way this conversation is going, there won't be secrets for long. I'll do it.
You will? Just sending a quick message, chat. Avery, what do you choose?
Everything aside, Avery does want to keep people safe.
Correct.
And Leopold is a victim in this.
Yes.
And I think whether or not they're lying to themselves, I think that that is reason enough for Avery to agree.
Wholeheartedly? Or do they go for that third option?
I'm gonna let the dice decide.
All right. You tell me.
They go for the third option.
Perfect. Lion. Lion. I'm going to bring everybody back in. Chat, can everybody hear me? Or chat, I say. Cast, can everybody hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cast, in the real world, Leopold goes limp and his breathing goes shallow. Isabeau and Maximov look very concerned, and then Avery starts to seize. Avery. Roll flat. On a vigor. No. No, in this case, this would be a dueling roll. Roll a flat dueling roll.
That's a 4.
That's enough. Option 3 works. The Shadow King snarls at you, and that face melts away. Oh, darling, you've made a terrible mistake. And a face very similar to the man you didn't recognize before, but not him. It's almost... No, you're fighting too hard against this right now. You don't know who that is. It's not the man, but it is another man that you don't recognize, another American based on this voice. Why do you have to be ruining my plans?
Kind of what I'm best at.
I'm going to fight you every step of the way, you know.
I look forward to it.
And it lunges at you. Tell me how you defeat this curse.
Avery tucks back into a roll, grabs the forearms of this person and rolls them over top them and kicks them off. And I swing myself around and follow as they're rolling, as they're kind of trying to catch their feet. And I'm going to wrap them up from behind and lock them into a chokehold.
Okay. All right. You full Nelson. And oh, this is going to be such a good long fight. And it dissolves into your skin. And as long as Avery is seizing, as impossibly long as those moments are, suddenly both Avery and Leopold shoot upright in this bed, gasping on air, choking. How do the three of you react to your friend and your one of you's lover waking up after 2 months in a coma?
Question. Are they at all, do they all seem like in a pretty bad, I mean, outside of being in a coma for 2 months, but like, do they seem,
I mean,
are they okay? Like, is
I
it
mean,
like,
so Matt, like, there's been enough like magic pumped into them to keep, their muscles loose and keep them healthy. They haven't ended up with, any of the bedridden diseases that you can get. But when like pale is the best, like they don't look healthy. They don't look like, but they look like, oh, I just purged something from me and it didn't feel good. Kind of sick, but like not on death's door. That makes sense.
I think Carlisle's arms are around Leo. Just the instant he's up.
well, welcome back to the land of the living, Avery.
Avery flinches when Jax speaks and will not look in Jax's direction.
I'm gonna look. I know I went a little hard on Leopold there, but I have since learned the error of my ways.
It's fine. It's fine.
You okay, Avery?
Yeah. Yeah, everything's fine. How long was I out?
Couple months.
Months?
And lots happened since then. We'll fill you in. I got kids now. 6 and 6. I got pictures of them. Wait, do we have pictures yet?
You do not have pictures of my children, Jack Sliffy. There is a beautiful woman standing over you, starting to take your vitals.
I can't be their father. I am
You
their
can
father.
be their father, but you do not have pictures of them. Also,
Why can't
pictures
I have
haven't been
pictures?
invented yet.
Potato, potato. It's another 15 years.
Am I? What's my positioning compared to Leopold?
You are right next to him on the bed.
I turn to look at him. I imagine it is a bit challenging with Carlisle right there, but I am not beyond pushing Carlisle out of the way. I want to make eye contact with Leopold.
You do.
Does he look coherent? Does he look there?
What did you do? You did it. I saw it all. You did it.
I didn't do anything.
Yes, you did.
I didn't do anything.
Months. You fought them off. You fought them off for months. You did it. Thank you. Thank you.
I think that's enough for Avery. Just to make sure that Leopold is that what was communicated would happen has happened with Leopold.
Say that one more time. I was totally spaced because I got an alert. So
No, you're good. Avery just wanted to make sure that what they were told would happen with Leopold actually happened.
it did. Leopold appears. I say this. Leopold literally has a shadow about them. He is not unaffected. It is almost like you're seeing a shadow and then just slightly off from his own shadow is a separate one. But it is not, it doesn't feel like a threat. It just feels like a part of him. And there is well, you saw Carlisle's eyes in the dream. There's a faint, swirl to his irises when he blinks. And then it reverts to his own eyes.
Where are we?
Can I at least come see him on the weekends or something? Oh,
Jacques
also I gotta.
Lefay, Jacques Lefay, if you keep talking, I am going to kick you out of this room and you will not know anything that is happening for the next 3 days because I will lock you in an oubliette.
I don't think you
And
can
not
do that
a fun
to me.
one.
I have to do stuff.
She, Jax, make a footwork roll.
I will use
Disadvantage.
I will
Disadvantage.
I will use my juice.
You're gonna need it. Disadvantage.
To make it regular.
Okay, yeah, can't.
Disadvantage.
Go right ahead.
I rolled too high. That's a 7 on the die.
You vanish. I'm gonna let you sit there for a minute. Pardon me, that was rude. Hello, every Caparis. We have not met. I am Isabel. I have been working with Dr. Maximoff, who is leaned over Leopold and is yanking up on his eyelids, I have been working with Dr. Maximoff to treat you.
Thank you.
Of course, how do you feel?
Tired. My body aches, but I feel fine.
a few days of rest and then put back into a proper training regimen, then you'll be just as good. Oh, I should bring him back. Snaps her fingers, and Jax, you crumple to the floor. You were in a void.
I was actually quite
Hello, High
comfortable.
Shelf Collective. Sorry. Hi, friends.
Welcome. But yes, Jackson's actually I was kind of comfortable in there. Nice to hear.
Learn to
Not,
shut your mouth, Jax.
I didn't. He asked me that night anyway.
Mhm. I am working. And Carlisle, what are you doing as Maximoff and, well, first Avery and then Maximoff pushed you off of Leopold?
Carlisle is still as close to Leo as they can get without being obstructive to Maximov. They don't really care how obstructive they are to Avery in this moment. But Maximov, they know Maximov will do what he needs to do to handle it. So Carlisle is just as close as they can get and is whispering to Leo in French.
Okay. What are you saying to Leopold?
Just a variety of like very repetitive. My Leo, are you okay? What's how are you feeling? What happened? Just the very concerned, very thrilled affectations.
Okay. Chin, what are you doing?
Chin has been a little flabbergasted at learning about um, Isabeau, learning about Jax, and these 6-year-old kids, as well as just, you know, Jax disappearing all of a sudden. And I think Chin is just standing there because he wants to he wants to check on Avery, but it seems like Avery is focused on Leopold. He has so many questions about the Jack situation, but he doesn't want to ask because he doesn't know where Jax went. And he just thinks that Carlisle deserves some time with Leopold after what he had learned.
Okay. Okay. Avery, you do appear to be in a room in Buckingham. You are surrounded by almost all of the people you fought so hard in that dream to protect, and who fought you so hard to turn you away from that. What do you say to them?
If no one asks Avery what happened, they aren't offering up that information. If they Avery desperately wants the attention off of him right now. And I think in with minimal attention on him right now, in a moment that seems like it is quiet and private, I try to tap into that magic. And
Do you now?
I want to see what's there. Almost like if there was just like a surface of water, I just want to like touch the middle of it just to see the ripple effect, to see what happens.
I'm gonna think about this for a second. Roll vigor. with advantage.
That's a 6.
Okay, that's enough. It's enough to stop this from being a problem. Avery, you metaphorically reach out and touch the surface of the pond, this well of magic within you, and you disturb the surface tension. Tell me what your new regalia looks like and whether or not you need to change the color of your ranger.
I transform.
You transform.
Pointedly, Avery does not touch the bracelet that they have, which is what they typically use to transform. They haven't touched it. It's still there, but they didn't feel the need to. It doesn't feel tied to the transformation. Before, Avery's transformation was very brooding and foreboding. Upright ears, lots of black and gray. The transformation almost feels like, for a brief second, it's almost like a cascade of colors, because it's almost like it can't choose what color to land on.
Like an iridescent oil slick, perhaps?
Like an iridescent oil slick. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. No, it does recall anybody who has seen that ichor up close. It does kind of recall that color and that what am I trying to say? Like that the experience of looking at that. I can't that visual.
Yeah.
It does kind of recall that. I think eventually it settles into what would be, to anybody else, almost ivory. To Avery, it just feels like all of the color has been washed out of them.
Beautiful. Is there still any hint of purple?
I don't think so.
We'll discuss later.
Okay.
All of you see this transformation, and you hear Maximoff go, Solnishka, what have you done?
You know I hate it when you call me that.
What have you done?
I didn't do anything.
You keep saying this. And yet,
Avery, the last time your armor changed was...
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's being 2 months out will do this to you.
I think instinctively, because I think Jax had been very wary of Avery for a while now, and I think upon the admittance of how this thing works is that there's two powers and they're both kind of in there. I think Jax did wonder if they'd come out the same or not. And so I think he's been on guard the whole time, even though he hasn't really been acting like it, but he has been. And I think instinctively he's moved as it initially happened, not now in this moment, but as the transformation began that Avery was going through, he moved Isabeau behind him and did a quick transformation, but without the helmet on. And if she if she resists him, he won't stop her, but he also is very insistent. Like he knows she could defend herself, but he's also like, no, you know. But then I think he um, just stares at the exchanges happening without doing anything.
I think with Avery's transformation, um, Chin's instinct was just that there has to be trouble somewhere, and he's not fast enough, so he just has two knives out, two throwing knives, and he's looking around to see if there's something that we have to fight.
How does Carlisle react?
Carlisle doesn't transform or move away from Leo or anything. I think they just look at Avery and they go, will this help us get to them?
Yeah. Yeah, we're as close as we've ever been. And Avery is picturing the face that they saw behind the mask as they
Which
say that.
one? Which one?
The one that you and I privately talked about.
Okay.
I think that feels, yeah, that's the face that Avery pictures.
You say that name out loud.
No.
Oh.
No.
Is there any kind of indication that Avery is thinking of
Avery's
that
got their
person?
mask on.
That is true.
There's no
That do be
expression right now.
true.
They're very stiff. They're very locked up right now. So you can tell that there's tension in their body, which you could read in a number of ways, but their expression is hidden right now.
Etiquette
Weird
rules from
attack.
everybody. Etiquette rules from everybody.
Oh, baby, that's my specialty.
Oh wow, life
I
is gonna get
know.
real wild here, ain't it?
Woo! I said 3 by
Okay.
Carlisle.
It's a fail for Avery.
That is a 1 for my honor.
Oh boy. Chin. Does
I
Chin not
failed.
know things? Yeah, Chin.
I failed.
You know nothing, Chin Huang. It's okay.
Alas.
Avery, you said you failed,
I
Avery?
failed.
Okay,
Yeah.
Chin, you're just a confused person in the corner. You don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm so sorry. Avery, what gives it away that you're hiding something to Carlisle immediately, and then it takes a second, but Jax?
I think when Avery says we're closer than we've ever been, they glance at Jax and look away quickly. And I think that that is very telling. Particularly for Carlisle, only because Carlisle would read it as a tell. And then with Jax, it takes a second because it looks like Avery is avoiding eye contact again, except that was the first time that Avery willingly looked at Jax, was when they said, we're closer than we've ever been.
Like, Kaparis, what do you know?
Yes, I'm interested as well.
It's all kind of scrambled right now. We can talk later.
Yeah, let him rest. He's been fighting for 2 months.
Every second that we wait and withhold this information is another second that they get to act.
I'm not endangering everybody in this room by telling you what I know right now. We can talk privately.
I don't care
Okay.
about endangering us.
I don't care about endangering you either.
myself. Thank you. I would not
can-
like to be in this room.
Isabeau Maximov, can you give us the room, please?
Send Leopold out as well.
I am happy to take the patient. I am not leaving.
Maximov, you are pending You're impeding on an investigation active against the crown. I need you to exit the room immediately.
I fucking hate this country. And he bodily lifts. And Leopold is not a small man, okay? And Maximov just hauls him up like bridal carry. Isabeau goes and opens the door and they carry him out and he is bitching the whole time in Russian.
Speak, Avery.
One second. I need to send a message.
I was like, I see Kian typing. Oh, yes. That makes total sense.
Avery starts to tell it's a start and a stop constantly, and there are key things that Avery does not share with the group. Avery shares that there were conversations had with this curse-like entity, and through a series of scenes that everybody was involved in. Avery will openly say all of you were there for this at different times, but does not go into detail about what anybody discussed or what any of the scenes look like. And at the end, I asked it to take the mask off. Aoife Fitzroy.
Aoife. Why, Aoife?
We need to confirm it, but it felt. I don't know that that's something that the Shadow King would be able to hide in that moment.
I keep seeing a wild coincidence with everything and how it correlates to one specific half of my family. That don't seem out of the ordinary to y'all. One family. From father to daughter to daughter.
One very powerful, magical family. I don't think it's outside the realm of possibility.
We need
I don't
to
want to
exhaust
act on
all
this.
options.
I don't want to act on this, not yet.
Aoife just lost her mother.
I know. I wish I had a different name to give you.
Do you have something that's not a name?
What do you mean?
You wish you had a different name to give us. You don't. Do you have something that's not a name?
There was an American. A face. Avery only mentions one. Avery only mentions one, and Avery is specifically talking about the first one that shocked the Shadow King.
I'm from there. Is this? Did you describe this person?
I do.
If so, do I know this person?
I do describe the face.
Avery, you're trained in medicine?
Yes.
This time period, you would have to be pretty skilled, probably at anatomical drawings. You could sketch them if you want.
Oh, I do. That's a good point.
Footwork or footwork? Roll footwork for me. Advantage.
Footwork, but with your hands.
Look, it's dexterity, okay? Technically, vigor would work, but in this case, footwork.
That's a 3.
Okay, you get it. You do a very, I mean, it's not exact, but you pretty well give the face.
Do I
Just a
recognize the
moment.
person? Oh,
Give me just a moment.
I believe in you.
I'm writing something down so I don't forget it.
You got this.
Kian made a choice, and so now I gotta write it down. Okay. Jax, you don't know this face. None of you do.
Shadow King seemed surprised when this person showed up. Unsettled. They're worth looking into.
I'll give it to I'll take the picture. I'll give it to team. See if they can figure something out.
Can they
By
move
team,
quietly?
Well, by team, I just mean I'm gonna give it to Shmoo. See if he can figure something out.
Not the most quiet man in England.
Avery takes the picture back when Jack says Shmuel's name.
Shmoo knows just about everything there is to know about everything there is to know about important people that come in contact with this great nation.
I think that's broadcasting it too much. And for the record, Avery is still not meeting Jax's eyes. When they say this, they're like looking off to the side of Jax's face.
Shmoo, the royal chronicler of the kingdom, yes, surely he has some ulterior motive and is going to post the picture all around.
Our job is
all
to be
of
suspicious
London.
of people. Somehow Maximov knew what had happened when he was in that holding cell, and Shmuel was the only one who could have told him.
Well, there's a lot of information need to be filled up on because that's not true. So let's see if you can keep pointing blind accusations.
I think Avery, anybody who's watching, which I think everybody is probably paying close attention to Avery right now, but anybody who's watching, Avery kind of like folds in a little bit at Jax's criticism.
Found information that points to someone accessing records they shouldn't have in order to do the things that have been done here. And it definitely wasn't Shmuel. So,
If you feel like you can trust him, and I'll hand the picture over.
quite honestly, Avery, the person I feel I can trust the least right now is you.
To be honest, that doesn't surprise me.
I trust you, Avery.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know if I can trust an investigator that just throws out random accusations at people we haven't even looked into yet.
And that's where we're going to end tonight. How we doing, everybody?
I'm so sweaty.
I am too. I am like dying over here.
I'm so tense.
But it's a good tense. Oh, all right, my loves.
Yeah.
Look, my dad had a game when he would pick me up from kindergarten because you know, big emotions, little body. And if I got picked up from kindergarten and was stressed out, he would turn the local rock station up to as high as it would go in his little Chevy S10 pickup. He would start speeding down the back roads to our house, and he would do something called stress management, where you shout at the top of your lungs, stress management, and then you scream. And
That's
it still works.
adorable. That's
It still
amazing.
works.
That's a
30 years later, and I still fucking do that. Highly recommend. And like scream till your head hurts kind of thing. But yeah.
Worth
It
it.
helps a lot. It helps a lot. and he insists that none of us need to go get tested for autism and ADHD. You know. Anyway, okay. So, saying all that to let you guys decompress for a moment, I am going to let you all do outros, and then I've got some announcements. So, we ended with JT on the intros, so I guess we can begin with JT on the outros.
Everything is as it should be. The world is right. I'm JT.
Is it? Is it?
Yes.
That's just right.
It's right to me because we went in the order we're supposed to go in. I'm JT. You can find me all over the internet at WeebG. You can also find me all over the internet at Entropy Emporium. It's technically my channel. That's what they say. You can find me. Let's see. Where this is not a Star Trek Wednesday, but it is a God Complex Thursday.
It is a God Complex. It
so
is.
On Thursday, you can find me on Entropy Emporium playing the saddest little engineer on Earth, Cogs, for our Girl by Moonlight actual play that is very reminiscent of Pacific Rim and Neon Genesis Evangelion. Cogs has never done anything wrong in their life. And then on Saturday this week, you can find me over on Neon Lights Roleplay playing Culmination Crim, the punk of New Avalon, for their Beacons campaign. They are also just a little guy. You can then find me next Wednesday on LFTA playing Star Trek in the USS Gallant as a cop. A terrible evil cop who wants nothing but the worst for the entire party. And I'm saying this while Cass is away because Cass cannot react to it. They are Commander Castrum, a part of Starfleet Intelligence. I've been watching a lot of Star Trek lately to get in the sauce for it. It's very good. Watch Star Trek if you haven't. And then, who I got? What else I got going on? We got a lot of really cool things coming up. We got a really cool, I got a really cool project coming up on LFTA in a couple months. We got a really cool project on Entropy Emporium that we're starting to talk about. Star Shard happens sometimes. That's our anime game. It's a battle manga themed actual play on Entropy. That happens, it's supposed to happen every other Saturday, but you know, life gets in the way. We got scheduling stuff and but you can watch the first 2 episodes on our YouTube, and I really like them, and I think they're good. Plus, the set design for that show is absolute peak. It's perfect. It's phenomenal. Harper did a phenomenal job. Let's see. That's all that I got for now. I think I'm going to go ahead and send it back over to X.
Well, that's me, because I went second to last in the intros. So now I'm second to first in the outros. Some say, that's moving up. Some say, I'm Xtel. You can find me at Extra the King on all the socials. And I'm the social media manager here for Tales for the Table Studios. So, you know, check that social media out if you can. Let's see. I've got stuff going on. I've got this Friday. Yeah, this Friday is the episode, I believe 7 or 8 for the I think it's 7 for the Anarch table on Sanguine Scourge on Don't Kill My Character, which I'm the storyteller for. I play at the Camarilla table, which Tasha is the storyteller for. We should check that out, which is the following Thursday, the Thursday after this Friday that's coming up. Keep up, everybody. Pay attention. Next, you can catch me on here for this table and the Friday table, which is not this Friday, but the next Friday. Pay attention, everybody. Keep up. Of which I play the same dude 80 years into the future. Does he survive this? Somehow. I don't know. I don't know how, though. Somehow he does, though, apparently. But is he forever changed? Yes. Go watch Friday's episodes. to understand how. Anyway, let's see. You get me here for Thunder Skies, which I tail sling for Fabulosuma actual play, which is a fun time. Cass is in it as part of the cast, and Bandit will forever live in their memory. Yeah, you can see Cass shut down every time Bandit is missing, or Mister Dit. Go ahead, go ahead and comment Mr. Dit in this comment section below.
He's a dit head, is what he is. He's an undead dit head now because we killed him,
Did you
and he had to
really?
call Daddy.
Did you really, or did he just not die the first time? Actually, anyway, you can also. I don't know what else what I can talk about because there's other cool stuff that's going to happen here. So you just have to stay tuned on Tails and my socials to find out. But you can catch me also on Start Playing, where I'm running vampire games and a werewolf game, which has 2 more seats. It is about to start soon, so if you want to hop in before we get started, go ahead and get up on there. And let's see, the Vampire, there's Chicago, and the Fall of London game. It's a good time. You should join me. I hear that I crush hearts really well as a storyteller for Vampire. These are things that have been said to me. Back to you, Matt.
Thank you, Matt, out in the field. My name is Matt. I played Chin, and you can find me everywhere as improv and RPG. And this has been such a joy. Thank you so much. And back over to Kian.
Hello, everybody. I am so tired. This was so much fun, but I am so tired. My name is Kian. I use any and all pronouns. You can find me on the interwebs at uptight_chiffon, uptight-chiffon, depending on where you're hanging out. This is my only active project right now. Everything else is a little bit on hiatus or I can't talk about it yet because it's still in production. So follow me on social media. That is where you will hear about things first, and I will send it over to Cass.
It's me. I think I wrecked my players, and they did it to themselves. I'm so happy. Everything worked out exactly the way I wanted it to. Okay. Sorry, before I get distracted. I am Cass, better known as Yoda Almighty. You can find me on Blue Sky or, again, in the Discord. There's a link. Go clicky. Come talky. Simple as. Okay.
That's what they're saying.
That's what they're saying. X mentioned most of the projects already that are still going on the channel, but I get to talk about a new one because I'm special and I bullied Lion. So please join us for a 2-night event beginning this October, on October 14th and the 28th. It will be one night at Ollie's. 2, a Five Nights at Freddy's inspired Kids on Bikes game where our players will be exploring a little arcade. Have fun, everybody. Anyway, as I said, X has already mentioned all the projects that are going on in here. I'm in Thunder Skies. I am in God Complex with JT over on LFTA. I am in Star Trek Gallant over on LFTA with JT. And our next episode is our finale of this little mini series we have been running this summer. So I do highly recommend it. We just pirated our own ship. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It was a necessity. I pulled a bitch's hair. It's fine. Let's see. I don't know if it's season 1. I think we're going to try and bully Brendan, but it'll be dependent on scheduling. Yeah, so you can find me in Sundered Skies, in Sentai and Sensibility here, God Complex. Do not forget Table 2 of this game. Like X said, not this Friday, but next Friday. On the, I can read my calendar, 3rd. No? Right? Yes? Okay. On the 3rd of October. We are getting into it, guys. Are you excited? I'm excited. All
If only
right.
that team was capable of letting Jax take a life, we wouldn't be in this mess.
You, buddy, you say that,
We
but
would literally
Grim and I
still
have
be in this mess.
Grim and I have layers upon layers to this, and like we got a ways to go, my friend. So I will send us off to Happy Jack's playing Electric State. I really want to play Electric State. I'm promising myself I'm gonna get the fucking book this at PAX this year. Oh, that is another thing. I will be at PAX this year running games. I will be running one shots of Sentai and Sensibility and Outgunned for Games on Demand. So please come hang out. I did forget to. I can say that now. So I did forget about that. Anyway, we're gonna go raid Happy Jacks. Bye.
Yeah.
Say bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.